Hello, all participants. Today we are here again. Welcome everyone uh, for the third of EV Hackathon. And um, hi, the speakers. Kun Pipat is our speaker today. He's gonna talk about the Tuk-Tuk business today. Let's welcome Kun Pipat. Hello, I would like to introduce myself. I'm Pipat. I am an engineer and the co-founder the project, the Muvmi project, and it's electric tuk-tuk, and it's the traveling solution in the city life, city area. I'm grateful to the company, and it's also give the inspiration to the hackathon contestants. So the team can turn on the video now. Does it show up? We don't see it yet. Here it is. Bangkok resident is distance from the main road. This causes time consuming. So all of you already see the short video about 40 minutes that we presented about what we are doing, the traveling options in the city. We focus on the choice for the clients who want to travel. So let's the slides show up again. So all of you probably see the slide, right? So we named this project for this service Muvmi. So it means you can move me anywhere you want. This is what we made. Next slide. Okay. We are share a micro transit. Maybe when you're not familiar, but when we talk about mass transit, you would understand we have the public transportation. For example, BTS, subway, MRT. So we move the public. So we want to do the micro transit. There's the word share involved. So we want to solve the problem for our clients since 2000. 4 years ago, we provide Muvmi. First mile and last mile problem is about 20%. 80% is the inner area that we provide our service. We start our service at Chula. 80%, the first mile and last mile is to be BTS MRT for 10%. We have additional studies. So we find that there's a lot of traveling and want to solve out the solution or issues. So when we talk about microtransit, what is available? What is our options? If you take a look, we could see the bus, the motorcycle, or walking, or the van. We call it microtransit. There is disadvantage and advantages. Motorcycle probably is more dangerous and it's not convenient. So we try to use our service to sort out these issues. So that's why we have Muvmi. So you can see the next slide, how we sort out this problem. We try to help people to be convenient. We want people to be able to access our service. So we have share. And when we share, the cost is cheaper. And we start to use electric tuk-tuk because it's the future vehicles and it's automotive. Also, we really focus on safety. We also put on the new technology in tuk-tuk, and we designed the three-wheel tuk-tuk. We design it on our own design. We test the power. So we have the finite elements studies. We test the stimulation and the safety. So right now, we serve 2,200,000 passengers. So one passenger is one trip. And nowadays, we have our data 2.2 million trips right now, and we are moving on, and we are expanding our service. We are growing.
Okay, for the here next slide, what we try to do, we try to make this project affordable through sharing with the software, with the hardware. If you look at the pictures here, what we try to do is we trying to use the dynamic route sharing. It doesn't have to be a transportation where you have to go from point A to point B, but we try to use the data and trying to look at how we look at the way, the direction to get the passenger. For example, if you want to travel from A point to B point, we try to see if we can pick up passengers throughout the way. Apart from that, we look into the EV, electronic vehicle that we talked earlier. We talk about software and hardware. What we're looking at is the hardware. What we're trying to do is we try to achieve with the sharing for 6 seats. And each seat of passenger is quite spacious and comfortable. There's safety belt. We look into health and safety reason as well. We'll make sure that the passengers are safe in this vehicle. And we try to make sure that it's 100% EV car. We're looking to producing about 1,000 or more with the EV's car. We're looking to achieve more than 1,000 EV car this year. At the moment, we have this service available at Chulalongkorn University, Ari, and Asok, Kaset, and Sena. We're looking to expand further to Onnut and Ekamai area. By the end of this year, we're trying to expand to many more areas. We're looking to produce 250 cars, EV cars, in the near future. For one day, we try to pick up a lot more passengers per day. So we try to look into next slide here. With this one, you will see we're very concerned about customer service very much. So what we're trying to do, we're looking to make sure that the drivers have to be very honest. We earn honest and steady income for driver as well. We try to make sure that we provide a stable benefits to all the drivers. So if the driver happy, then the customer will be happy. That's what we look into. We believe that if the driver are happy, then the driver will give good service and make customer happy as well. We believe that we will continue our developing for the EV car. We also welcome all the new drivers. We'll try to drive our Tuk-Tuk. We'll also look into maybe to do a driving test for the Tuk-Tuk as well. Move on to the next slide here. Here are the founding team. These are the people who developed this project. Myself, I have 15 to 20 years experience in this industry. Then on the right hand side, we have Kun Mik, who's the CEO for this company. He had a lot of experience in autonomous vehicle from Stanford and management consultant from BCG. Then move forward to Kun Mita, Kun Mek, and Kun Ti. He's a These four, they're all friends from university, since university. So we have a great team here. They know each other from since university when they were doing their PhD. Last but not least, shape the future of smart mobility. We see that we should have choices for passengers to have the alternative for their transportation. I believe that everyone have their own choices. So some passenger prefer to have different ways, like the more expensive choice or the cheaper choice. So they should have choices available for all customers. Here are the presentation of the Muvmi presentation. So we finish the presentation for now. Thanks very much. Is there any questions from the audience, please? Here are the Q&A.
So our team has the questions about the founder. If we have the time machine to find ourselves in the past, once we start work from the beginning, what would you say? It's such a challenge question. We would like to share. So we will have different ideas from each one of us. So that's our questions for you. I would like to share how I talk to my team. If I can go back to the old time, in my engineering field with the small company, I was thinking about electric cars in 2003. At that time, people have no idea what EV is. So one conference, APEC, 20 years ago, in 2003, probably some of you are not born yet. We got the project to pick up the leaders like Presidents George Bush, Hu Jintao, Putin, the vehicle to pick up the leaders from one point to another point. So we are thinking about the vehicle that represents a country. We think about EV. I just graduated for a year, and I was the project leader, and I designed a vehicle. My experience that time was so crucial. We only have 6 to 7 months a time to get the project done. We start from nothing. And we have motorcycle-based knowledge. So we have tricycle or Tuk-Tuk. So when we think about it, how could it happen? It's so quick. And it was successful. So we was able to serve the leaders on time. Here's the picture I made. I made this tricycle vehicle. Look cute. This project taught us to learn many things and would like to share to you. There is a saying that goes, stay young, stay foolish. At your own point, stay young, hungry to learn, eager to learn. When you're eager to learn, if you don't have anything, stay foolish so that you could develop anything. When it's time, at that time, it was not appropriate to develop any energies or motor controller. Nothing was ready to have us choices. Not many people produce. So we try to adapt from our limited knowledge or informations we have. So before, the model was so huge. So we try to get the project done, and what we want to share the most today is make the right thing on the right time. At that time, we were thinking we shouldn't make EV. But right now is the right timing for the trends. So we would like to inspire all of you. This time is the right time to develop EV. It's the right time to do this project. As a speaker, I would like to encourage you all. Thank you for the information and experience. That was very interesting. Any questions from our participants? I'd like to ask, this vehicle is plug-in or battery only? On the screen? The one on the screen? Yes. This one is electric vehicles, use only battery. We have to be honest, this one is not that great. We use the AC motor from the factory to drive. If we can take it back, we don't want to do it, but it's faded. Because I'm thinking to do this, and probably I want to do it like use only one battery, like iPhone. I want to make it like wireless charge. I want this to move on the road and charging at the same time. I want it as a model that would be very interesting with this technology, like charger or battery. So I saw in the foreign countries, there are vehicles that was running the vehicles and charging at the same time. Yes, I am designing. I don't know what it would be like. I would like to develop the battery. So how many kilometers, I'm still debating how many kilo it could run. So cheer up. I have a question. About Muvmi. The battery is what is the size of the battery? The one we are using is about 7 kilowatt per hour. It's about 80 kilograms. The voltage is about 72 volts. Is it worth it of money when we pick up the passengers? Yes, not really. For one charge, it's about wherever the passenger is, we just go to the destination. It's not really wasting the energy. It's good. And at the moment, it's not wasting energy. It's worth it, as the gas is high and ongoing. Okay, 007 can raise your question now. Hello, a speaker. As you who are in this, expose yourself in this industry, can you convert the ICV to EV? Because some of us probably cannot afford the first-hand car or the new car. Yes. We have Kasi, the strong car. We can change the drivetrain from ICV to electric motor. This business, probably there are a lot of automakers. It's pretty normal. Automotives make it for racing and for sale, and it's one kind of business that is a good trend. So I would like to let the expertise answer this question. What about the care service? Do you think is it possible to have the care service for EV? What kind of care service? I'm talking about the EV care service. Whether it's motorcycle or cars, I think it's gonna be in the wide range. It's gonna be mainstream in the market. Maybe if there is no A, there would be no B. If there are more vehicles, there would be more demand on the service. There would be the new innovations that would launch in the market. For the services, we are talking more. The component is not that complicated. ICV decrease the components, only one component, only the controller and the motors. It's easy to take care, or for the maintenance is easier. Thank you. Kuntanachai. I'm not sure if I can ask about this. The driver, Tuk-Tuk driver, the employee of your company, are there the professional Tuk-Tuk, or they just for anyone? Yes, you can. Not the secret. We accept full-time employee, full-time driver. We would select experienced one first, but we all also open for the new perspective as well. And we can train them. We can have the Tuk-Tuk Academy. So it probably takes some time for the new driver. So if they have the basics, it would not be too difficult for them. What about the previous driver, tuk-tuk driver? If they become if there were a previous professional tuk-tuk that they use the oil, and now they have to drive for your company, are they facing the plate registration because they already have their own vehicle? But outside law, we have open law for them. We can replace. They have the law replacement. They can use the old plate to the new plate, to the new vehicle. During the COVID pandemic,
During the COVID-19 crisis, what happened with the tuk-tuk is the business has to pause and stop. So therefore, there's so many old tuk-tuk out there. What we did is we tried to use the old tuk-tuk and bring it and developed it to the new version. So we believe that we helped with the situation, with the crisis, because the old tuk-tuk, there's so many designs, many way of tuk-tuk, we can convey the old tuk-tuk to the new one. With the parts within the tuk-tuk, what we can do is we recycle them, we can reuse them and make use of the old parts. Okay, let's 003 คุณสุภวิทย์ค่ะ My question is, if the tuk-tuk is out of battery during the journey, what happened? What can we do? Well, if the battery is run out, what happens if the system will shut down? Meaning that there will no sending of the electronic or electricity. So what happens if the battery will shut down? In that case, what happens if we might have to stop driving or find the slide car to bring the vehicle to the point or to the garage? This can happen during the journey. What we've tried to find the solution is all the number plates, so all the details of each car will be loaded into cloud. So we have the system to monitoring each car to make sure that the power system, the level of battery. So we have that service available. Let me ask you another question. Okay. I have the 14 team, the team number 14. Since this is a new business, I have a question. Since it's a new business, how do we try to fix how we try to fix the problem with the new business if there's a problems occur? Well, to answer this question, it might be quite difficult to answer because our new business has new problems all the time. There will be issues and any problems that arise. And some of the problems is something that are out of our control. So what we need to do, we have to learning by doing. Actually, we started our business in 2016. Throughout those years, we're trying to make a research and development. We use about 2 years making research and try to develop the application to make it user friendly. Not only the customers, but for the drivers as well. We make the application easy to use. And we try to use the application, make it easy to use and very effective. We use about 2 years to develop this application before we launch it with the Muvmi application. We have to pass through many stages. Of course, throughout the time, we have problems and difficulties, but we try to fix the problem throughout the way.
And also the criticism who used to use the motorcycle. We have to prove if they can accept us. If they have any problems, we can solve their issues. And also we can show them they can have the stable income and benefits and many more. They don't have to worry. If they go out, they don't have to worry if they will get customers or not. So we try to fix the problems, and there are more problems coming. Number 40 can ask. I'd like to ask, before you make decision to make Muvmi, to select the models to tricycle, what are the considerations you choose? For example, the motorcycle, because probably it could be cheaper. Probably the swap battery would be cheaper or lower cost. The process before you make the decision to choose the tricycle as the options. Why didn't you choose motorcycle? It's such a good question. We think about the affordable, green, and accessible, and cost, save the cost or safety. We have to consider. If it's motorcycle, it's not that safe like a tricycle. That's why we use the bigger vehicles. So more wheels, safer. To take a city journey, it's not that structure yet. In the block in the soil, some soil are so small. Some soil have no footpath. Some soil are too deep to pick up. We don't have many choices. Tricycle is more accessible. We can go forward, backward. It is so easy and it's safer than the motorcycles. So we would like to make this cool. We have to consider about the future mobility. If our children grow up and use it, we want to make sure it's safe for our kids to use that service. That's what we are thinking about. Thank you.